our spirit. What is it? Where does it go? Are we able to see them using our mind's eye? If so, just what can spirit teach us? Welcome to School Through Spirit. Host DeEtte Renee is a certified psychic medium and master teacher of psychic and mediumship development through LWISSD. DeEtte was born knowing spirit and now is here to help you better understand the spirit world. And now your host, DeEtte Renee.
Good Monday morning, everybody. This is DeEtte here on School Through Spirit with the Edge Network. I do apologize for being late this morning. Oh my gosh, life was all over the place. We were having fun. I was getting my hair did. Yeah, all of those amazing things. So again, I do apologize. I let the morning get away from me. But I'm here. But I am here. So with that being said, as everybody knows, this is a radio show about bringing awareness to people. Good morning, Tim, through spirit, just to kind of give a little bit of a different objective, a different perspective on life, how to navigate life, how to understand. Because quite frankly, you know what? I may not be able to tell all of everybody. I mean, let's face it, I'm not. Change all my light settings. There we go. I am not. You know what? There's more powerful people out there with a lot more wisdom than I have for that. But what I do recognize is sometimes, good morning, Keith, we can have a situation going on in our life and we've seen it all. We've done it all. And you know, you kind of go over it. And then you have that one person that just comes in and gives us a little bit, just maybe a word or a sentence or a half an hour discussion. And it flips things for you. And you go, oh my gosh, I'm seeing things in a different manner. And that's the reason why I keep showing up every Monday. You know, that's why. It's because literally sometimes it takes one person, you too, Keith. It takes one person to literally just spark something, some awareness for you to take things to a whole nother level. So there you go. Thank you. Back to you. So our 5-card stud today at the end of the day is the Shamanic Healing Oracles by Michelle A. Motvzas. Motvzas. I am going to totally massacre that. So sorry. So there you go. Beautiful cards. These are going to be interesting. I already know this. Not sure if I'm doing the card pull or one of the children are doing. I don't know. I gave it up to them. This is there we go. Officially their last free Monday because next Monday is, as we know, Labor Day weekend. And then they're back to school. And I'm so sad about this. I'm so sad. So I gave them the option. If they want to come in, great. If they don't, that's okay too. So very short and sweet today. Oh my gosh, very short and sweet today. It says, when you're being attacked, try to see the deeper picture. There you go. When you're being attacked, try to see the deeper picture. All people are doing the best they can at any given moment. No one truly desires to hurt another because all attack is a call for help. You get that? So, wow, what a super simple message today. And I did not expect this one. As we know, I flip the book up and I go, okay, what are we going to talk about today? And I don't care last week. When I do it last week, it is just to have something to start with today. So this is different. And you know what? I've really sat with this a lot over the last week, not even knowing this is what it is going to be. So let's go with that. Being attacked. Okay. Because literally, you know what? You have been attacked all over the world, you know, whether it be verbally, emotionally, physically, spiritually, you know, there's always a being attacked. A lot of us just walk through a story and feel as if somebody's gaze or, you know, something of that nature. I don't know about y'all, but I know I used to be a person and it was from growing up, and I'm sure it's from my life. Who knows? But growing up, I honestly felt for probably the majority of my life, up until probably 10 years ago, that I could be in a room full of people that I don't even know. Two people could be talking, and I would have swore they were talking about me. Swore it up and down. And that could have been the furthest thing from their mind was me. But I felt like people were talking about me. I felt like I was always the subject of the room. A lot of things in my life, I had put myself in victim status. And I'm going to tell you this is a victim status thing. I know nobody wants to hear this, but we put ourselves, at least I did, in a victim status. What does that mean? It means when you see people talking, it has nothing to do with you, but you feel like it might be about you. You feel like you're the victim of somebody else's attack. Good morning, Lee. I'm glad you found it, darling. You can, you can have, places where this attack could be, a feeling of attack with, people talking about you. People talking about, about you, something you've done, something you've not done. It can be somebody, gossiping on the side and that be an attack. You can have, somebody talking crap about you and that feels like an attack. You can have all these, yes, Lee, that's because I tagged you, darling. I was like, get the lead. And this weekend, let me tag you, which is awesome. But quite frankly, we get attacked on a lot of different levels. And I'm going to say we get attacked. Why? Because we feel like it's an attack. We feel like it's coming at us. We put ourselves in this victim mentality. That's how attack happens. Okay. And it's almost kind of like either we get the poor me or we get the what the hell, you know what I mean? Or we want to come back at them. That's what attack does. It sparks oh, I love you, Lee. No, Lee, you are awesome. Really, it sparks something within us. And what's that spark within us to be attacked? Honestly, it sparks within us something with our life that feels like we have a shortcoming or a failure or this has happened before. Because good, healthy people that aren't in a victim status look at other people that are doing the attack and go, whatever, you're the one that's got the issues. And that's what this is talking about. You know what I mean? When you have to start to recognize, number one, when you take yourself out of the victim status when you're being attacked, okay, when you take yourself out of that layer, you start to look at the person doing the attacking, whether it is verbally, if it is emotionally, mentally, talking behind your back, smearing your name, whatever it is that person that has the issue. It is that person that has the shortcomings in their life. They have got the issue, okay? They have such a feeling that they have got to come at somebody else. Why? Because they don't like it within themselves. They just don't. It doesn't give them anything. How often have you been, how often have you looked at somebody that you just don't like? You just don't like them. You don't know why. There's no reason. They haven't done anything to you not to like them. But there's a person in your life you just go, ugh. I mean, I got one in my brain and instantly popped up. I'm like, oh my God, really? Yeah. I look at him. I'm like, ugh, just the inside of me wants to boil. And I have to stop and go, did they do anything to me? And trust me, this person has done absolutely nothing to me whatsoever. They have done nothing for me to be upset with them. So I look at the person and I go, okay, I got one of two choices. I could either verbally smear them. I can do a lot of things, right? Or I can just shut my mouth, But if I say anything about them or if I do anything, I'm attacking them. And the issue isn't them. The issue is me. Why? Because there's something in me. And I know when I see the person in my mind that bothers the hell out of me, when I really look at it, I go, oh my God, they've got qualities that I don't like, that I see in myself that I don't like. And that instills me an anger, a frustration, a jealousy, or whatever that heavier feeling is. And it wants us to reach out and attack because that's our nature, is to go after something that we don't like or we feel threatening, instead of looking at ourselves. And that's really what attack is. It's what it is. When you see somebody else doing something, okay? When you see somebody else doing something that you don't like, for whatever reason, when you feel you have to add your voice to the situation, it is literally you. It's not them. It's not. You being an attacker is you enacting on your feelings a weakness onto somebody else. I hate to say it. I really do. I just had a conversation this morning with somebody. And it was a very easy conversation to have. Why? Because we're talking about things in the past where I felt anger, and I felt jealousy, and I felt frustration. And I will tell you what, I felt a million feelings for like 2 years. In 2 years, I acted out on these feelings. For 2 years, I was angry. I was miserable. I was quiet. I was not a good person. And I couldn't figure out what my issue was. Because when I dissolved the situation into individual characters, I had not a problem with individual characters. But the situation, I had a huge issue with. And it took 2 years for me to find out the reason why I was attacking the situation and the people in the situation. And it's because it mimicked a part in my life that was very hurtful. I was the one that needed to heal. I was the one that went, you know what they're doing is their situation. It doesn't involve me. But because it resembles some trauma in my life, I became a victim. I became the victim. And because I wasn't ready to heal my crap, I wasn't ready to see it for what it was, I was attacking somebody. And people don't realize that's what that's about. You know, people don't realize that. Look at most things across the board. Okay. Now I'm going to go someplace a lot of us don't like to go. And I'm just going to bring up the LGBT community. I know there's a lot of other letters. I don't know them all. I apologize. No disrespect. And people have a hard time with it. You know, not everybody. It's getting much more mainstream. And I mean, that sickens me even to say it that way because it's ridiculous, because people are people. But I honestly look at some people that really have a voice, a very negative voice towards it. They don't like it. And what you hear is, I don't care. I just don't want to see it. Oh, so you don't want to see the love somebody's giving. You don't want to see that beautiful emotion. That makes you uncomfortable. I don't think it's that it's two people of the same sex. I think it's when you look at people that state these things and do that verbal attack, and if you watch their lives, because I've done it, at least the ones that I've watched, they're not people that show affection. Definitely not in public. They're not showing love. They're not showing the smiles to people, you know, all those beautiful things that this couple are doing. Straight face. I will tell you what, I've never seen two people, no matter what their relationship status is or their sexuality is, I've never seen two people have a display of affection in public, cease to have that function, and turn around and mean mug somebody. They usually turn around and smile because they're happy. And you'll find that the person over here screaming about it is a miserable person. They're not showing love. They're not feeling love. They feel that stuff's got to be hidden. And why affection in any way has to be hidden is just beyond me. I mean, I don't want people, you know, mauling each other in the streets. I mean, that I don't want to see that. You know what I mean? I'll be the first one to say I don't want to see any two people just, you know, going at it on the streets. But to hold hands, to give a hug, to give a kiss, to give love, it's fine. But a lot of times, again, the person saying it out, they're a person of hurt. And we have a lot of that these days, and there's really no reason for it. There's no reason for it. Why? Because it's a normalcy. It's a normalcy. It is what it is. Okay? And a lot of times we have to realize that. We have to kind of look at it and go, why am I attacking somebody? Or why am I being attacked? Look at where that's coming from. When you make it personal, that's when it becomes an issue. Okay? Because that's the next step. That's the next step of getting out of an attack type situation. It's easy to become angry. Okay, they're attacking me. I'm angry. I'm hurt. I'm feeling all these feelings. It's and probably rightly so. Probably rightly so, because you're having this come at you. Okay. So first off, you look at it and, you know, being the victim in this situation, you being this person that's being attacked. And I don't even want to put the victim. Adeline, I don't even want to put you in victim status. I want to put you in this person going, what the heck? That's not a victim. That's a person going, what the heck? Dawson, get off your sister now. Children. He's laying on top of her. Anyway, when you're in this situation, you have an attacking situation. You know, and I want you to try this over the next week, because trust me, we're all going to be in this situation on some level. Okay. When you're in that situation, you're being the one that's being attacked. Okay. Number one, take yourself out of victim status, because you are not the victim. Okay. The person doing the attack is the one that's the victim, because they are the one that still has a hurt, something hurt within themselves, or something within themselves that they don't like. They are the victim. They are the one that's got the issue. Okay. When it becomes your issue is when you retaliate. And there really is no reason for retaliation. That's just drama. That's just, I want to be part of a drama. So when you look at somebody that's attacking you, okay, look at them and go, what are the reasons for this? Look at your life. Have I done anything wrong? Have I morally done anything wrong? No. Have I broken any laws? No. Have I really done something that maybe I shouldn't have done? Probably not. You know what I mean? Unless you're one of those people that voice your opinions very strongly all over the internet. Maybe then you've crossed some feathers. But even then, you've hit somebody's feather. Look at all that. And then sit back to yourself and go, you know what? I've done nothing. And, you know, that old tried and true thing, well, if they say something, I got to open my mouth to retaliate to prove I didn't do it. No, trust me, that has never worked. You know what I mean? That has never worked. Never once in history has somebody been attacked by somebody and came back to voice the fact that they didn't do it. Has that cleared anything up? It just doesn't. Okay, it doesn't. It's childhood drama, and it's on the playground. What does work is when you shut your mouth. You shut your mouth and you just recognize who they are. You recognize what they're doing. You recognize where their pain is coming from. Okay. So even in an attack situation, you know, the best way to do it is to recognize where it's coming from. And if you feel like you have to have a need to retaliate, stop the drama with it. Just look at it and say, you know what, I am really sorry that my actions, that my actions affect you in such a negative way. But maybe you need to go and kind of do some soul searching to figure out what in you is broken that you feel the need to allow my life to affect you so badly. Now that right there, that statement, is it going to anger him? Oh my gosh, it is going to blow up a situation. Trust me, I know. Okay, it's going to blow it up because the person attacking doesn't want to hear those words. It's about them because they are feeling vindicated. They're feeling right, but they're not. And then shut up after that. It really is a shut up because they're going to keep blowing them up. They're going to keep attacking. They're going to continue to be verbal. They're going to continue. And you know what happens? That person loses credibility. So don't worry about your reputation because it's not going anywhere. It's not going anywhere because if they're just throwing mud to throw mud and attacking you for no reason because they're in this victim status, that flinging only lasts so long before everybody else goes, I don't know what the hell their issue is. Okay. I literally watched a handful of people publicly attack a friend of mine last year. Publicly attack in ways that could have ruined their career, multitude of relationships, reputation, could have destroyed it all in the way these people were attacking them. And I was constantly waiting for, and I knew the truth about everything. I was constantly waiting, sitting back and watching, going, are they going to retaliate? Are they ever going to put out a statement? What are they going to do? And to this date, they've never said a word. They've never retaliated. They never gave it any energy at all. Okay. Now those people kept going at it. Oh my God, there were side chats, group chats, I seen more chats about it, more everything, and people go, well, I'm not going to mention the name because I don't need to get sued, blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, wow, you can do this, but you're afraid of getting sued because your mouth is saying things you shouldn't be saying because you're attacking somebody. And you know what happened to the people attacking? My friend's reputation, not soiled. My friend's career, not soiled. Everything, not soiled. Okay? Why? Because everybody that knows this person knows it's not true. And the handful of people doing the attacking, really, you could look into their lives and go, oh my gosh, you got really some bad dusty back doors, guys. You need a broom and a mop, and you need to get maybe a shovel, and all of that was coming out of jealousy. I want attention. Look at me. Now, I know of at least one of the people that were a social media person fell off the face of the earth right now because they did not get what they were expecting. Instead, over time of ignoring them, the world turned on them to go, wait a second, you're the ones with the backdoor issue. Another person in the social world, everything they speak about has completely changed. Completely changed. They had to change their forum because they were destroying themselves and not recognizing it. And that's what happens when somebody's attacking somebody. It's not that it's not good. It's to recognize that somebody's hurting. Recognize that there's something going on. Really, when you don't respond to an attacker, when you don't respond, 9 times out of 10, that dissipates. It goes away. Now, this is not talking about domestic violence situations, guys. So I don't want you to put it in that situation. This is not you're someplace and you just got jumped. Okay. This is not that type of stuff. This is the everyday verbal crap, lots of drama, stuff that just isn't needed. It's not needed. It's also going to help yourself to recognize, because when you start to recognize how other people might attack you, and you start to get clarification, you start to change the way you act towards somebody attacking you. You get rid of the drama. What happens, and it's beautiful, what happens is you find yourself in other conversations with other people where you start to realize, oh my gosh, how many times you attack somebody else because you place your value of your opinion above somebody else and talk to somebody else about it. Gossip is gossip, guys. It is what it is. When you're calling somebody else out to somebody else, that's an attack. But you start to recognize that now, why am I doing this? Why am I not sending them love? Why am I not sending good, positive vibes to this person? Why am I not? Somebody asked me that yesterday. I had a great conversation with somebody. Great conversation. And I was wishing well to all these amazing people. And they're like, really? Why? They haven't done you any justice. Matter of fact, in the end, they kind of hurt you. And I went, well, why would I want anything bad for them? I want them to have the best. I'm so happy they found their path. I'm so happy that they are doing what they're doing for themselves. Because when they were trying to do what they were doing, when they became angry with me, it's because it's not the world they were supposed to be in. They're not supposed to be doing readings. Why? Because quite frankly, not that they're not good at it, but when they come to the table, it takes one reading that for that person not gotten it, that they lose all their mojo. They can't go past the nose to look a little deeper. It's not their place. Their place isn't in the paranormal. That's okay. Their place is someplace else. And God, I'm glad they found their spot. Because you know what? They're going to do amazing things because they finally found their space. Were they good to me? No. Matter of fact, they kind of hurt me. But I can deal with my hurt. I can heal with my hurt. And I can look at them and be happy for them. I can look at them and share their stuff. I can look at them and support them. Now, this person may never turn around and love me or want to be my close friend or anything or even acknowledge me, and that's okay. It's okay. When you start to recognize what comes out your mouth, a lot of times is an attack on somebody else because it's your opinion, you start to recognize that you need to change your thought patterns. You need to start looking at yourself. You need to start checking yourself and realize that you're the person that's hurt. You're the person that's got the issue. It's just drama. And for everybody that goes, oh my God, I'm sick and tired of drama. I don't like drama. Don't create it. Drama starts with a seed. And you're the seed. Every one of us is a seed. When we show up with our own opinion of why somebody else is wrong, and then stand on the verge of going, it's just my opinion. And I can voice my opinion. Well, you can all day long. You have freedom of speech. But do you have the freedom to voice your opinion to where it hurts somebody else or affects them in not a positive way? Or maybe you need to look at yourself and figure out why what somebody else is doing is really bothering you. And that's going to help you better than anything. Just saying, this attack thing goes both ways, guys. And it doesn't have to be something monstrous. It's the smallest attacks that hurt. It's the smallest attacks that affect somebody's life. And it really is those conversations that you have with somebody, the most intimate conversations that you have with people, where negative things are leaving your mouth before you check them, to recognize why you're leaving it. Because once you start to check yourself, you stop planting seeds, at least no more negative ones. So check yourself. And when somebody's doing it to you, just understand you've been there too. Giving them a day off card, maybe a week, whatever. Either way, guys, you have an amazing morning, an amazing couple of minutes. Why? Because you get about 2 minutes here, if that, to take a quick break, go to the bathroom, get your cups of coffee, do all that wonderful stuff, and come back to me as we do our 5-card stud here with School Through Spirit on the Edge Network. See you in a few.
Can you harm yourself using energy medicine? The answer is yes. Gail Lynn, the creator of the Harmonic egg products for commercial and home use, has been involved in the field of energy medicine for the past 15 years. In her experience, Gail has witnessed cases where people have faced negative consequences due to the improper use of energy medicine. Some individuals did not allow the sessions to integrate properly or exposed their bodies to beneficial energies for extended periods, leading to harmful effects. This can cause the body to go into a defense, flight, or fight mode, creating confusion within the body despite the positive nature of the energy. There is also the potential risk of hiring a wounded healer who may unintentionally hurt their clients. For those reasons and more, she is committed to educating people about the safe and appropriate use of energy medicine. For those interested in learning more, Gail provides videos, articles, and other resources at harmonicegg.com. Contact her directly at info@harmonicegg.com to find out about safe and effective energy healing products and services.
How do you live a life of abundance and alignment? Carol Dutton, founder of Being You Energetically, is passionate about helping her clients get to that sweet life. Modalities she offers include Reiki, subtle energy healing, crystal grids, ancestral connection ceremony, Irogenics ancestral eye readings, and spiritual oil anointing. Whichever modality you choose, her powerful sessions will immediately give you the unique and specific missing links to clearing the traumatic and ancestral patterns, keeping you from living an extraordinary life. Check her out at carolduttonusa.com. That's carolduttonusa.com. Right now, Carol has a special offer of 10% off an ancestral connection ceremony with promo code EDGE10. Again, that promo code is EDGE10. That's carolduttonusa.com.
Excuse me, guys. I am having a problem apparently with my throat chakra. Sorry about that. And I'm typing and I am doing all kinds of things all at once. And I apologize for that also. But I felt like I needed to get this to the publisher really quick. And I don't know why. So there is that. There is that. So, beautiful, beautiful. So I did contact a little girl, a short little girl. She's not sure if she's going to come in or not. I told her it was totally up to her. I told her I would go slow. Hence probably why I decided to start typing something. Anyway, I love that, Lee, by the way. Thank you so much, because that is great advice. I love that. I love that. Okay, we are going to use some butterflies today because the little girl loves butterflies and rainbows. So that is her, and snakes. Obviously her snakes too, but there we go. So I'm going to open this beautiful deck first, just to see what's in there. Okay, this is by Schiffer Publishing Ltd. Not a company I've heard of before, so I'm super excited for that. A new company. If anybody knows who they are, feel free to tag them in the video if you'd like. I probably should have done that myself. Anyway, so this is the beautiful deck. Oh, this is on from this one. This is where the reading gets really small. Okay, there's the cover, the Shamanic Healing Oracle. It's explore your spiritual and human existence within the bounds of natural imagery and look into the energies, fears, and wrong beliefs that are holding you back from having the best life possible. Via shamanism studies, these 44 beautiful drawn oracle cards will help you learn the importance of symbolism in human psyche, discover for yourself and others the energies surrounding situations in life that can hinder or assist you along your path of self-awareness and healing. Whether a novice or skilled reader, the messages found in these cards and the accompanying guidebook will give you the insight, personal empowerment, and trust in your own intuitive abilities, and will allow you to begin an energetic healing journey that is precisely tailored to you. Consider the universal symbols and energetic messages these cards have for you. Begin living a life of spiritual clarity, energetic oneness, and personal empowerment. That's a mouthful in here. Not going to say anything negative about that. I'm not. But does it give a good read up? It does. For me, I struggle with the longer read ups like this because I lose my attention on it, and then I set the cards aside. You know what I mean? That's a me thing. It may not be a you thing. I don't like to read the book on the outside. I want to get those 4 sentences that go, oh, pull me in. So with this, I would just say shorten it up a little bit. But you know what? That's why we open the decks here, don't we? Because we want people to go, I want to open this deck. Oh, look at this. That is a cool box. Not only did she make a box that I like, easy. Look at that. My arthritis. She also put these in there. I love that. And it's stuck underneath. So it's not just going to pull apart. So I like that. We do have a nice brief summary of Michelle right there, which I do also love. I always like it when you get to know the authors a little bit. The guidebook, it's cute. Let's open it. Color pictures, she did color pictures. I love it. Not huge, but I'll take it. I will take the color pictures because as we all know, guys, I'm a big one on the color pictures and the picture you can see because sometimes the cards are just too heavy. You know, especially for men. You're going to put this deck in your pocket? No, but you'll put the book in your pocket and you can literally go, oh my God, what do I need to know right now? Bingo, divine timing. Always divine timing. Literally, that's what I picked. I can pick that. I can go, oh my gosh, here we go. And there's my reading. That's my use of the cards without having to take the deck with you. Decks are for really about staying home or maybe leaving in your car. They're not about throwing it in your purse because you know what? We got enough crap in our purse and decks are heavy. So having a book that has got color pictures, phenomenal. So I love that. And I'm a big one that let's get what's off the picture. Let's get what's off, you know, what's drawn to it. Is it words on there you're going to draw to? You know, what is this that's bringing these messages to you? And then using your own intuition. Cards are a tool. So you should be able to do that. And I love that. I love that. So can you tell I'm still trying to waste time? I don't know if that little girl's going to make it. She may not. And that's okay. So I'm going to shuffle the cards. Oh, back of the cards just so you see it. It does say the Shamanic Healing Oracle on those. It's very beautiful artwork. I like the artwork on this. So that's 5 shuffle for our 5 card stud. Our 5 card stud being, I'm going to take this amazing deck and I'm going to shuffle it. And then when I'm done shuffling, I'm going to cut it. When I'm done cutting it, what I'm going to do is pick 5 cards. And I'm going to read all the cards individually. Okay? Excuse me. Once I'm done reading each card individually, I'm going to read them as a whole. Now, your job is to pick a number. Okay? 1 through 5. You can pick 1 number, 2 numbers, 5 numbers. You can wait and get the very end, whatever, this is for you. You can have multiple situations and not put a number next to each situation and get a lot of extra little readings in here or a little bit of guidance to follow a path. You'll be blown away because I will tell you what, you might think that, oh my God, what really? Because you don't feel like it's personal to you. I cannot tell you how many people have, over the years have put down, these are the numbers I picked. Excuse me. And holy cow, did it hit home. So there's that. Okay. So they're kind of stuck. They're really stuck. I need to unstick these few. There we go. Or it'll just be a big clump. Oh, good morning. I was just thinking about you, Courtney. I was literally just thinking about you when I was talking about 5-card stud. And I thought, I remember when Courtney used to do that all the time. Courtney and Casey used to do it all the time. So I'm super excited. So on to 5-card stud here, guys. Let's pick our cards. Again, these are kind of stuck. So card number 1 is stripping illusions. Stripping illusions. Okay, if you pick number 1, this is good. This is, within, hi, Neva. Within your life, within your situations going in. If you pick card number 1, again, this is your reality check. Okay. Happy birthday, Courtney. I did not know. This is your reality check. Why? Because you've got stuff going on in your life and you've got things in your mind you think is what's going on. Okay. You've got this whole imagination thing going on to what it is, and it's messing up everything. I will tell you that, right? It's messing up everything. Clearly I do too, because apparently my throat chakra is just clogged. So what this card is really saying is that within the situations that are going on in your life that you're going, oh my God, I can't get past this. This is an issue. I don't know what to do. Instead of fueling it, instead of thinking your way through like, oh my God, strip the crap down to reality of what really is. Get down to the bare bones of the facts and then go forward with your decision making. Because right now, what you're doing is you're clumping it all in and you got this self-talk going on in your head and you're all over the place with it and none of it's a reality. So you're sitting here in this place going, I need a reality check. What you need to do is, again, strip the illusion, strip all those side chatter you have in your head away and say, nope, not listening to that. I'm going to look and see the situation for what it is and then move forward. Okay. So strip away whatever self-talk you have going on in your head about whatever situation this is right now. Card number 2, honoring your energy. Honoring your energy. What a beautiful card. But again, another tough card, okay? You know why? Because us as a people don't necessarily honor our energy, okay? What does that mean? We expel it everywhere, and that's what you're doing right now. If you pick card number 2, you're expelling your energy everywhere. You're not giving it or yourself the respect, and you're putting your energy everywhere it does not need to be, okay? Honor your energy. Start to realize that you don't need to have your hand in everything. You don't need to be the one having to do it all. You're not the one that has to have the opinion on everything. Pull it back. Pull your energy back and go, I'm going to hold on to this for a little bit and then go forward. Okay. So again, honor your energy. Don't put it all over the place. All you're doing is exhausting you. Card number 3, integration. Integration. These cards are not going to be easy on us this week because I'm just going, oh my gosh. It feels like I badgered you for the first half an hour. Now the cards are going to badger you throughout the week. So integration is another one of those wonderful things. Why? Because within your life right now, what you're sitting back is you're sitting yourself on the fence. You're back here going, no, I'm not jumping in that circus. I'm not jumping in that ball pit, whatever. You know what I mean? You put a hard stance. You've said, nope, I've dug my heels in. I'm not going any further. This is it, blah, blah, blah. These are my limitations. And really, this isn't the time for that. The time is not for you to put limitations on you. It's not time for you to dig your heels in and stand on your morals. It really isn't. Right now, if you pick card number 3, you need to unstick those heels and start taking a few walks forward. Okay. But again, it is looking at a situation reality and then starting to walk forward. What am I being, the bear of being the jerk? And what can I kind of come off of a little bit and start to integrate some relationships, start to integrate some ideas, start to bring things together. Okay. Again, you've been stuck on the fence. You've had your heels, stuck in. It's time for you to start to integrate. It's time for you to start to move forward. We're done with I'm not doing anything here. Okay. So start moving forward on your issues or dealing with life in general. Card number 4, retreat, retreat. And the funny thing is I want to scream retreat, like pull back. And that's how it, and I know the card is probably a different meaning, but this I'm hearing pull back, pull back, pull back. Okay. And it is, it's like you've really gotten yourself in there. You've gotten yourself in there. You don't know if you're coming or going. If you pick card number 4, you got some stuff going on in life where you're literally in the mix of all of it. You're right there and you're going, oh my God. Like you don't know your head from your bottom right now. The storm is around you. Everything's going around and around and you're in the mix of it. And life is confusing and life is a little bit too much. You need to pull back. You need to retreat. What is retreat? Retreat doesn't mean quit. It doesn't mean failure. It just means I'm going to pull back and I'm going to look at the situation for what it is. I'm going to get a different perspective of it. Because when you pull back, you get to see a whole picture. You get a different perspective. You can walk over there and see it from one angle and walk back that way and see it from a different. And that's what it's time to do. Card number 5, the last card for the day. These cards have some energy, guys. I mean, energy and conviction. I like this so far. Is movement into balance. Movement into balance. How beautiful is that? Take a break. I like that, Courtney. Card number 5, movement into balance. It's really finding yourself to go, wait a second. You're checking yourself. Okay. If you pick card number 5, it's time to check yourself. It's time to go, okay, why am I frustrated? Why am I angry? Why am I not going forward? Why am I stuck? When you got all those whys, why me? You know, all those wonderful whys. You need to stop saying why and start using the what. What if? What is happening in this situation? What is happening to me? You know, what is putting it into a different time frame? It's putting it into a different perspective. And I know that's really weird. Why is going to keep you in victimhood? And why is going to keep you out of balance? That word is going to keep you out of balance. In this card, I think I'm going to have a lot going on this week, guys, with the way my throat is going. Every card. So this is you moving into balance. You looking at things in a different way and going, you know what? I'm done with the extremes because the extremes aren't helping me. Really, you're going to go forward. You're going to get unstuck and move forward once you get yourself into balance. Once you finally pull it all together and go, oh, yeah, this is what's happening. You're going to start to see things in your life happen. You're going to start to see situations dissolve. You're going to start to see a lot go away that really doesn't need to be there. And you're going to have a much calmer life that's more productive, because you brought yourself into balance. Okay. So take that movement, get going with it, get yourself into a place that is much easier for you to work from. Card number 1 was stripping illusions. Card number 2 is honoring your energy. 3 is integration. 4 is retreat. And 5 is movement into balance. Now, when we look at all these cards, oh my good gracious, this really is a week that, you know what, I'm going to say it's a little bit more introspective than outrospective. Okay. This week really is about bringing it into here. Okay. So many other times cards, you know, look at how to deal with the situation. Okay. And it's the situation out here. These cards this week are pulling it into here. What do I need to do for me in order to move forward? And it really is starting to strip those things away. Start to look at what you're doing in your life. Where are you putting too much effort into it, and where are you not putting enough effort into it? You know, like what is the cause I should be going into? But again, it's stripping away the fantasy and looking at a reality. Start listening to your guides. That's a reality. Move forward. Start to take some of those things and move forward. This week is all about you stripping away. It is all about you, retreating back and going, I need to take a break. I need to come back here. I need to take a break. Okay. So we're going to start with card 4 and work our way backwards, because honestly, this week is about pulling back. It's about pulling back, going within. What do I need to do in life? And going forward on that. Okay. So that's what we're going to be doing. We're going to be pulling back for a different perspective, because we need to look at what we're doing. We need to look at where our energy is. We need to look at what our thought processes are. So you're pulling back, okay? Through that process, you are going to do all that stripping away. You're going to be doing all that. You're going to figure out where your energy needs to be. And then you're going to start to move forward again, right? All in 7 days. In 7 days, you're going to do a lot of work. But a week from today, you're going to be able to say, oh my gosh, I think different than I did a week ago. Why? Because you're going to do the work this week. That's what this is about this week. It's not about pushing through issues this week. This week, it's about pulling back and going, I think I've been hitting this the wrong way. Okay. These cards are heavy. These cards are heavy. Oh, thanks, Lee. Have a great day, darling. These cards are heavy this week. I'm not even going to lie. These cards are the real deal. Okay. Such small amount, but I will tell you what, a simple word, but the feeling behind these cards are like, holy crap. They've got energy. They got depth. Just the imagery alone is like, holy cow. Like so much in the, I know it seems so simple, but there's so much here, and it's thick. It's thick. That's all I can, if I can explain cards as being a thick energy, that is these cards. These cards are going to bring passion. But are you ready for that passion? Are you ready to heal? Are you ready to go inward? Because these cards are for you. If that's what if you're really ready to play hardball with yourself and with the world, to go, I want to be a better person, and I want to be in a better place, and I want to own my own crap. These are the cards. These really are the cards to move forward with. And I would definitely suggest these to other people. There's that. I like these. So thank you, Miss Michelle. Thank you. I'm going to have to tag you in this video because holy moly, I liked it. There you go. Let's kind of go forward. Where is DeEtte this week? Where's DeEtte? Oh my God. DeEtte is only traveling 2.5 hours away from where she lives, which is Black River Falls, Wisconsin. I am teaching, and yes, I know it's Labor Day weekend. I get it, but a lot of people don't get days off or a lot of time off. So yes, we did pick this weekend specifically. We were hoping, I won't lie, I was hoping for 20 people saying, yes, I'm ready to push my life forward. It's still early. We're working towards there. There is some more seats available, but I am teaching my intermediate 2-day course this weekend, Saturday and Sunday, in Black River Falls. Okay. If you'd like to get, in that class, send me an email through medium@DeEtteRenee.com. You can go to my website, DeEtte.us, and send a contact message through that way. You can find me on Facebook, which is Bear, BEAR. BAIR is my Facebook. Feel free to DM me there. But my class is this week. Okay. I do this class in person for a very, very discounted price of $200. That might seem like a lot, but when I do it online, I think it's like $350 or something like that. So it is 2 intense days. You still get Sunday off, guys. But this class really is taking people to a much higher level. It's starting to bring in a lot of understanding, senses. People start to click. I will tell you what, when you take this class, I see light bulbs go off. Boom, 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 boom. And it's great because you start to see people go, oh my gosh, I've got this. I don't know what to do with this, or I don't know what this is. I don't feel anything, whatever this might be. And I start to see them just take off, which is awesome. So if you'd like to take the course, again, it's 2 days. It is Saturday and Sunday from 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. both days. Saturday, if I talk fast, we usually get out a little bit early both days. Just depends on questions and answers throughout the 2 days. But it's a ton of information. It's a great course. It will really rock your world. So we will be offering it again. Just don't know where. When. So there you go. That's where DeEtte is this week. Now next week, oh my God, my throat. My throat. Next week, I am in Maine. I'm in Maine. And that is the state. I'm going all the way to the East Coast, guys. Myself and the BFF, Larry Eisler III, are getting in a car and we are driving 19 hours. I know, major road trip, but sometimes BFFs just need to do that. We are getting in our cars and going the 19 hours, or one car going 19 hours, literally to the main horror and paranormal convention, or paranormal and horror convention. Either way, you're going to see it. It is going to be amazing. John Zaffis is there. I cannot wait to see Johnny. Oh my God, super excited. Johnny Zaffis is going to be the godfather of paranormals there. And we got Patty Negri. Oh my God, can't wait to see Patty. These are dear people to me. Rob Thompson is going to be there. April Bussett's going to be there. Oh my God, the list just goes on of amazingness, so many amazing people. And I cannot wait for this. I really cannot. I've been signed up for this for like 6 months or better. I'm super, probably longer than that, super excited. I am doing the final gallery on Sunday. The final talk, final thing that's going to happen at the event in the speaker room is going to be me doing a gallery for you guys. So for anybody that's going to be there for Tuesdays and want to hold on, yes, you'll be able to see me at the very end. So super excited about that. I'm going to be offering some classes coming up soon for the winter months, more online classes for those people that like to stay in the blanket in front of the computer. So with that being said, guys, we're going to head out of here today. You guys have a fabulous week. Have a fabulous Labor Day weekend. Please be safe. You know what? Just rock, you guys. Just rock you. We'll see you again next Monday morning here on School Through Spirit with the Edge Network. Have a great week, guys. Bye-bye.
There are psychic mediums, but there is nothing like DeEtte. Let's face it, we all struggle time and again. But if you seek the clarity you deserve, then you need to seek DeEtte. As a master teacher, DeEtte studied under international psychic medium Lisa Williams. Together, they not only help DeEtte better tap into spirit, but also build a long-lasting relationship. So many psychics tell us what we want to hear, and that just won't cut it with DeEtte. She tells you what you need to hear. No sugarcoating here. To book a reading with DeEtte is simple. Just visit her website, DeEtte.us. That's DeEtte.us. And follow the Yellow Brick Road to connect with DeEtte. Don't just sit there and ponder those questions. Ask them and let DeEtte guide you every step of the way. You need insight now, and DeEtte can help. Just visit DeEtte.us. That's DeEtte.us.